Hey, everybody. Give me a second. I'm putting a watch party on in the group. And welcome to tonight's session of Let's Talk Autism, where it's all about parents and caregivers helping other parents and caregivers. So I got that in there. Hope everybody is doing okay this evening. Hey, Alex and Gloria, Erica, Ellen, Leslie. Hey, Pam, Antonia. Hello, welcome. Okay, first, before we get into it, now, as you guys know, we were doing the fundraiser giveaway. So we didn't make our goal. So instead of stopping this one and starting up another one, we're going to keep this one going for another week so we can see if we can reach that $300 goal so we can give away these earrings. We want to give them away. So there will be no drawing tonight. But everybody's who has submitted a donation, it's there. So you still will be entered into the drawing. And plus I've added $50. So that $50, because I can't be a part of the drawing. That $50 will go towards those who donate. We'll split the extra entries for next week. So hopefully next week we'll have that $300 goal. Now, my mother always calls when I'm online. Now, Linda is not going to be able to make it tonight. So the door is open. If anybody wants to join me live, I have room for one for right now. If you want to co-host with me tonight's Let's Talk Autism session, I'm going to put the link in the chat and you can come on in and join me. I don't know if she's going to come in or not, but let's see if this works. Okay, so I have it in the link in the chat, so anyone is welcome. Hello, Samantha, Anita, and Libby. I have to log on to Facebook because the watch parties just don't want to act right for me for some reason. Okay, who else is here? Nita, Libby, Elizabeth, hello. Catherine, how are you? Kathy. Oh, we got Catherine and Kathy. Hi, Debbie, Elvin, Sabrina, Mandy, Tawanda. Austin, Donna, Lori, Irene, and Laura from Dacula, Georgia. Welcome, everybody. So, how do I get out of here? Okay, so again, this is welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism session. Well, where it's all about parents helping parents or caregivers helping other caregivers. If how this works is, if you are new to the session, you can throw out any question you have into the chat And wait a minute, I'm sharing in another place. You can ask any question you have into the chat. And if you can answer, feel free. Um, uh, I'm typing. I can't multitask. Okay, here we go. All right. And for those of you who don't know me, my name is Nita. I am one of the admins of this wonderful establishment. And again, welcome to tonight's Let's Talk Autism session. Linda is unable to join me tonight for tonight's session. So I am welcoming anyone who wants to come on in to co-host. You are welcome. You are more than welcome to join me. But again, how this works, if you are brand new to our Let's Talk Autism session, it's all about autism. If you have a question, a comment, concern, you can throw it out there in the chat. If another parent asks a question and you're able to answer, feel free. If you have any suggestions, throw them on out there. I am a parent just like most of you are. So I probably will have questions too. But it's all about us getting together and having a little powwow. So we do this every Sunday evening, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Let's see. Hey, Leslie and Mr. Charles. That may give me more time. Aw, thank you, Leslie. Oh, you don't see it, Pam? Let me see. Let me inbox it to you. I'm gonna inbox it to you. Um, let's see. So Pam is going to, if I can pull you up, for some reason. Okay, here you go. I can never pull names up. Okay, so I inboxed that. Hey, Stacy, Mr. Charles. Yeah, I put should be in the chat. Let me see if I can pin it. Oh, uh-oh. Nope, that's not what I want to do. Let's see. Hey,
Oh, it's dark
Pam.
in here. Oh my gosh, it's so dark in my house. Okay, there, that's a little better. Hi, Nita.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good, good, good. I was trying to, well, probably have to do that after the session, Mr. Charles. I have to pull your name up. Gloria, let me see if I can put that on the screen. Gloria says Colton has been on amoxicillin for an ear infection. He's had it before, but Friday night he started having allergic reaction. We stopped the medication yesterday morning, but still has a rash around his hip area. Oh, where his
Poor
boxer
guy.
band. And yeah, gonna call. Yeah, oh, poor baby. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny how you can, well, not funny, but our babies can be allergic to so much medications and food and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, I'm allergic to moxicillin, so I
Are
get.
you?
Yeah, well, any penicillin
Mm,
medicine altogether. So
okay. Donna says, how come all of the sudden all our kids have autism when we were all growing up? This never happened. Okay, well, Donna, we're not going to talk about the shots per se, but if you think about it, And, I'm not saying you're right or wrong, but when I was growing up, we didn't see it a lot because it wasn't either talked about or the doctors didn't know how to diagnose it. But I did know people who had issues. There just wasn't a name for it. And usually what they did with them was put them in a home or what they call the asylums. That they closed down so many. I don't want to call it that, but what's the other name for it? Mental hospitals.
Yeah, mental
Yeah,
hospital. Yeah.
they would put them there. They just didn't have names for it, or if they did have a name for it, what's the other thing that's what am I thinking of? I forgot. I can't think of it right now. But I had few friends, not friends, but few people that I knew of that had issues. And again, some parents back then didn't want to deal with them, and they would put their kids away, or doctors would suggest that they put their kids away. We've had one of our members here, her son is 45, and she even said they didn't know what was wrong with her son until he got older. So we just don't know. We just don't know.
Yeah, I have a cousin that I think would have been diagnosed with autism if it would have happened a long time ago. I mean, he made it
Right.
through that, but he had speech delay, walking delays, just so many delays, but was never diagnosed with
Diagnosed.
autism.
Right.
I think they just know more about it now.
Yeah. And with all this technology and different ways of doing things, and they can better evaluate the kids.
Yeah, Ralph's pediatrician, she noticed something with Ralph I mean, we knew something was, um, I don't know what you even call that. We knew something was up with him the minute he was born, but his pediatrician noticed something at 6 months old. So,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I mean, she's the one that started the testing, and they tested him for Fragile X before they ever got around to testing him for autism.
Autism.
So,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So she noticed right off, but he had delays from the very beginning. So,
Okay. Yeah, and I would say my son did too from the very beginning. But as I told all of you guys, I was in denial about a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff
yeah,
I just, nothing's wrong with my baby. How dare
yeah, me
you?
too.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yes. Hey, Kat, how are you this evening? And Anita, oh, Kat says hello, Pam. And Anita says,
Okay.
my baby is allergic to amoxicillin too. Okay. Ooh, it's jumping in here, y'all. I got two screens open. Hi,
Yeah,
Julie.
I'm not in the watch party, so I can't see the comments on it.
Okay. Um, Hello again. I was on 2 weeks ago and it was very insightful. So I made a point. Oh, well, welcome back. And we are glad to have you, Julie. Thank you. Ashley says, I have high functioning autism. I'm I am doing schoolwork, even though I am 44, turning 45 in August. Am I old to want to learn? Am I old to want to learn elementary to high school work? Are you saying, are you too old? Because you're never too old to learn. Ash-
No, never too old to learn.
well, welcome, Ashley. Hey, there's Erica. How are you? If anyone can tell me how do you potty train a child with autism that is verbal? Oh, we've had this come up so much. There's a lot of good suggestions. Um, you want to help start her off, Pam?
Yeah, I mean I have a form paper that if I could figure out how to get it into the group, it
Oh
helps.
yeah,
But
you did. Oh yeah,
yeah, and I just don't know how to get it to you. I have it in paper form. It was given to me many years ago. But it just kind of helps with training. I mean, I had Ralph completely potty trained at 5,
oh
and then he regressed,
okay,
and Now he's 16 and still in pull-ups.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you
I still
know,
have issues with DeAndre, and he's 13, so we still have number two issues. But
yeah,
Erica, I would say just keep working with him. Some parents suggested rewards, or maybe taking a
yeah, reward
tablet,
system, that works good.
mhm, some kind of activity while they're using the potty.
Hi, Dinah.
Hey, Dinah, Mr.
And
Charles. Oh, well, that's wonderful. If you have no allergies, that's a blessing.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Evie says, I don't think people understood. It's like they still don't understand mental health issues, right? They don't. Still a lot to learn. Kat says Alexis is allergic to penicillin, amoxicillin in their family. Okay. So, wow. So many people allergic to that. Wow.
Well, a doctor told me one time that I should try it again because it happened to me when I was so little, but I'm not willing to try that again to break out with the rash. Yeah.
Right. I'd be scared too. I don't want to start itching.
Yeah. Okay, so Ashley says mom of six, ages 10, 8, 7, 5, 2, and 9 months. Wow. I work at a Head Start center and do online classes for early childhood, but I plan to further my education to help children like my daughter Emily. She is 7 years old and was diagnosed at age 2. Wow.
All right.
Wow.
Super mom.
That's what I was thinking.
That's awesome that you're furthering your education, and
Yeah, I think that's
that's
great.
awesome. That is awesome. Check this out. Lori, hello. My daughter has autism ADHD. How can I get my daughter to stop biting or hitting? Wow. The first question I always ask is are you doing some type of therapy? Because we get a lot of parents with the biting and the hitting. Um, you have any suggestions, Pam? Maybe to
Yeah,
help?
I sometimes use the pet cards that have no hitting on them, and I'll have to show you those one of these days. But bring them out on a schedule, or yeah, just figure out why they're doing it. I always think, behaviors are always there for a reason. So there might be something like when Ralph is sick or he's not feeling good like this week. I think that he has something going on with his knee. So that's been bringing out a lot of different behaviors that I haven't seen in a long time. So,
The
yeah,
frustration.
very frustrated. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he is frustrated, so
Mm.
he doesn't know how to, even though he can talk, he doesn't know how to get that through to me. So he just hits and bites and does all that other business that he's been doing here lately. So, but yeah, I use the PEX card still. In fact, I'm going to bring back out his schedule and stuff too with picture things. Even though he can talk, we're going to
Right.
start doing a better schedule to try to get him back to doing the things he needs to do. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good idea. Get them on, keep them on that schedule, and maybe that'll help a
I
little bit
hope
with the
so. I'm
frustration.
going to give it a shot. So, Ashley also wrote, she said, my daughter started out with hearing difficulties and we never thought autism. One thing I noticed about my daughter is that she is the only one of my children that has my blood type, which happens to be years before we ever get answers to what really causes autism. So,
Wow. Mm.
yeah, I don't know if we're ever going to know what causes
Right.
it.
Right. Everybody has their own theories of what it could be. So,
Yeah,
but
I don't worry too much about that. I just want to try to help Ralph get through
yeah,
his every living
life.
day. I don't worry too much about what caused it, what, because he's going to have it for his whole entire life. So
Yeah.
I just try to work on,
Yeah,
that.
making it better for them. It is what I say. It is what it is. And, we got to be there for our babies.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Okay, Mr. Charles says, I wasn't diagnosed until much later in life. I can recall a number of other individuals I have known who I now suspect were on the autism spectrum. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think back then just didn't know what they know now.
Yeah, my oldest son is 38, and he had a learning disability all through school, and I do think he has some form of autism, but he won't go in
Check.
and get checked. But he asked me one day, Mom, do you think I have autism like Ralph? And I said, well, Nick, yeah, kind of you do, because he had hearing problems in the beginning, so he didn't talk till he was after he was 3. But
Right.
autism was never ever brought up to us way back then, and he just turned 38 on the 5th, so
Okay.
yeah.
But he's doing okay though.
Yeah, he's doing okay. He still has trouble like comprehending what he reads and just, but yeah, he kept talking. Once we got the hearing thing straightened out, he went on and did really well. But yeah, he has, I don't know, he has some learning disabilities, but he's doing good. So
Okay. Good. I have a cousin that is 38. They just found out he was autistic at 30, but he was always in a learning disability classes. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm. Um, Laura says, I think it is more publicized now. Yeah, it's definitely more publicized.
well, and they just know more about it now than
Yep.
what they used to, I think.
Hmm. Yep. Yep, Gloria. No, nobody's ever too old to learn. I am one who, if I could get paid to go to school instead of having to pay to go, I would love to spend every day in school learning. Yes. I wouldn't say I want to go every day, but
Yeah. Yeah, I
but
didn't
you
even want to go every day when I was in school. So,
but you learn something every day. You do. I will say that.
yeah, I do every
So,
day. Yeah, and I went to Catholic school, so I definitely don't want to go back to that.
okay.
So.
Let's see. Hi, Rebecca. Never too late to learn, right, Leslie? Laura says, I think it's more publicized now. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
I agree. Tawan, Tawanda says, I'm raising a 3-year old with autism and I have meltdowns of my own. I feel like I don't and can't understand him. I feel like I'm failing him. No, Tawanda, you're not failing him. I
no,
think I think we all go through a meltdown or two ourselves, especially when dealing with our loved ones. I know I have. And like I always say on my lives, you have the great, the good, the bad, and the ugly days. But we can get through them. And
yeah.
I'm sure you're doing your best. I'm absolutely sure you're doing your best.
Hi, Victoria. Oh, I'm gonna let Nita say her name because she does way
Oh,
better with her.
Victoria.
I love when you say that. Honestly,
Uh, it just rolls. Yes.
yeah. She says she's popping in during bath time. So
Oh, okay. Okay. Bath time to go out. Okay. Okay. Nonverbal. Okay. Rebecca, well, just like the same thing we were telling Erica. Um, just keep working with them. The reward system may help. Other parents suggested like taking the tablets with them to the potty. Um, uh, you know, different things to try to motivate them to go, and just don't stop working with them.
Well, I don't know what it's called, but I have this, and I was actually going to share it with somebody that uses it because Ralph won't use it. But I have this, I don't know, it's like a recording device on my wall,
Hmm.
and you can record different messages, and he can push it when he's got to go potty. So for nonverbal kiddos, that's really a good little, yeah, it's a good little device, and you can put different messages on it, and he can push it when he has to go potty, and it tells you he's got to go potty if they can't, if they can't communicate.
Oh,
So
that's pretty neat.
I'll have to take a picture of it someday and
Yeah.
put it on the group so people can find out about it. I got it from Rainbows United, which is here in Wichita. They
Hmm.
gave it to me when Ralph was really little. It worked pretty good. He would push the button a lot when he had to go.
Okay,
So he
that
won't use it
sounds really
now, but he's a teenager now. He
yeah,
ain't gonna use
yeah.
it. Yeah.
He's got better things to do.
Yes, he does. He has. Yeah, he has YouTube.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, that grew quick here. Let's see.
So Tamara says, I have a 7-year-old son who has autism and ADHD. Your lives and videos are very helpful. That's, yeah, I
Uh,
agree.
that's wonderful, Tamara. Yeah, it's always good to get other perspectives and see what other parents are doing and get advice. Try something new. So yeah, thank you. I enjoy the group myself. I think it's a beautiful thing, and it's growing wonderfully. It's
Yeah, it is. I was so glad when I found this group. I just, I wish it would have been around when Ralph was littler. So, but
hmm
yeah, I'm grateful for this group. I learn something in the group every day. So,
yeah.
yeah, can you hear Ralph in
Yeah.
there in the bedroom?
Hi,
I,
Ralph.
I have no idea what he's doing there, but he's in his bedroom hollering it out. So,
Having a good time.
yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't come in here. When he hears me talking, usually he'll come in here and show his face, but
Hmm.
he's got the stereo blaring, and yeah.
Having a good time. So, Gloria asks Erica, how old is your baby you're trying to potty train? Okay. I
I
don't know.
can't remember what she said.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, and I want it. We're on Jam this evening. Oh my goodness. So I just want everybody to know, if you're just joining us, it's all about parents and caregivers, helping other parents and caregivers. Pam and I are going to read the comments as much as possible, as much as we can. So we're going to try not to miss anyone, but if we do, please forgive us. But other parents, feel free to jump in if you can answer a question or offer a suggestion, because this is what this is all about. Pam and
That's
I
how we
are,
learn.
yep, Pam and I are parents just like you guys. So chime on in.
Okay, so Erica said, Gloria, I don't have a child with autism. I am helping family and friends. So,
Okay. Well, that's wonderful, Erica. That's awesome. Helping out. Yeah. Ashley says, my daughter started out with hearing difficulties and we never thought autism. One thing I noticed about my daughter is she is the only one of my children that has my blood type, which so happens to be Rh negative. And I have often wondered if my body didn't try to harm her because of that. But then again, I assume it may be years before we ever get answers to what really causes autism. Yeah, I think it'll probably be a while before there's anything solid. And Leslie says, yes, they are. I love this group. Beautiful, beautiful. What are your thoughts on ABA? Well, me personally, I love it. I love it. My baby I've seen nothing but progress, Angelica, for the last year and a half since he's been in there. He's talking more. And although we are still having potty issues, he's gotten a lot better than before ABA. He's reading. She helps a lot with that, and he absolutely adores his tech. Now, that's my perspective. I know that it doesn't work for everybody, but for me, ABA has been a godsend.
Yeah,
So,
I wish Ralph would have gotten that. Um, it was never offered to us, but I've told you before, we had what they called the autism waiver program to where they
okay,
came in for like 3 years. So, I don't think it's the same at all, but it was help for me. So I'm glad
yeah,
I had that. But we're on a waiting list for the ABA. I'm still going to try to get it, but I
yeah,
don't
you
know. I
can.
don't know how long the wait's going to be. So
Yeah, if you can, yeah, try it out. Give it a try.
yeah, I'm going to because I think it'll help with the behaviors. And I see him post pictures of DeAndre. He does so good. So
Yes, it does.
yeah, him and Ralph like a lot of the same things. When you posted the video of him singing the karaoke, Ralph, he sings all the time.
Oh,
So
goodness. They'll have a band going.
yeah, yeah. Well, Ralph's got the drums and the keyboard, so we could get that started.
Mhm.
Yeah. I love that he loves music because I think music just helps Ralph a lot.
Yeah, music is a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful thing.
music helps me. So
Tawanda's, oh, Donna says, thank you. Wait a minute. Let me get up here. Okay, talking to, la, 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 la. Oh, you saying the other name was retardation. Okay. Any ideas to help an autistic child sleep? We try melatonin. Melatonin, well, I've heard that a lot. Now that didn't work for us. I know some parents say, a lot of exercise and maybe letting them release a lot of energy.
yeah,
Um, yeah, but if
I
the
don't know. I give Ralph melatonin and it puts him to sleep, but it does not keep him to sleep.
not restful.
No,
Now,
because I'm thinking he's been getting up pretty early in the morning to get on his little devices.
yeah, I had that issue. I tried the melatonin with DeAndre and we adjusted it and everything. It just did not work.
Yeah,
So we
it
have
doesn't work for everybody.
right. So we're using clonidine, which was prescribed from the doctors. But if you're trying to go a more natural route, maybe some of the other parents in here have natural treatment to share. Ralph is having a good
I'm so sorry.
time.
He's watching his videos, so he has all those videos. That kid he's been following for years and years. He has all the videos memorized, so
Oh wow.
he can say,
Okay.
I was trying to look and see if I missed any.
Okay. Tawanda, I know the feeling. I have meltdowns myself. I give my daughter 2 melatonin gummies and she sleep. Okay, that's great. It works for your daughter. See, I tried with my son and his little brain would not shut down. Lori, okay. Same thing with my daughter. She was born flapping her hands. I was also, oh, you were in denial too, Evie. Yeah. Donna says, thank you. Tawanda says, hello, Miss Pam.
Hello. I'm trying to read the comments.
Okay.
So Ashley says that she uses weighted blankets that help her daughter sleep.
Okay. That's another thing I want to try. Have you tried the weighted blankets with Ralph?
Yeah, I did try one, but it was so small of a blanket.
Uh-huh.
He didn't seem to like it. So when I have her make him a new one, I think I'm going to make it like a Toy Story one or one that he really likes. And I want it to, I need to have a little bit bigger one because he just didn't like it because it won't cover his feet. He's 5'9" now, you
Uh,
know.
do they
So
do they make them? Because I think maybe that would benefit DeAndre too. Maybe that would help him. I don't
I
know.
mean, I think it relaxed him, but he started getting so irritated that he couldn't cover his whole body with
I
it
would, yeah.
that started causing the problem. So then, it just so I donated it and I'm going to have her make me another one that'll actually fit his bed so it'll fit his long legs. So, but
Okay.
I've heard a lot of good things about the weighted blankets. They have weighted lap pads. Um, what else was there that I seen on there? Because those lap pads, they say that you do that, you can like put your iPad on it, and it helps having that weight on your body while you're doing that. The weighted vests, I've never tried any of them, but I've heard a lot of good things about them. So,
Mm. Okay, yeah, we seen Lori's question about the hitting and biting. So maybe someone else can chime in and give her some. She says, I've tried everything with my daughter. Karen says, use your cell phone and take a picture of your paper, Pam.
oh,
Help. I guess she's talking about the one you have. Maybe you can take a
okay,
picture and send it. Send it. Yeah, take a picture and then send it in the inbox, and I can load it for you.
okay. I think there's like 7 pages to that
Oh, it's
potty
a
thing.
lot.
So,
Okay.
yeah, it just gives different ideas. And, some of them was like that you're supposed to like go into the bathroom and take all of your stuff in there and just stay in the bathroom. That never worked for Ralph, but it's an idea to work with the smaller ones. He never wanted to stay in there. So,
Mhm.
but yeah, I think it's like 6 or 7 pages long. So I'll look through it and see, and I'll do that. I'll make a copy of it and then inbox it to you. So
Okay. Great
I'm
idea.
not very tech savvy, so that's something I'm learning every single day.
Thank
Ralph could probably do it
you,
for
Dash.
you.
And he probably could.
Yeah.
And Erica says, this is so helpful to me because I am an RN. So it's always room to learn. I don't have a child with autism, but I have family and friends that does. And I just want to help them. Oh, what a beautiful thing. And thumbs up to you, Erica. RNs are beautiful. Nurses, period, are beautiful.
Yes.
Thank you for all that you do.
So Dinah says at school they use the vest and the blankets. So
Oh, the way that, okay. Okay.
yeah, yeah, because she said the blanket helps Isaiah for his sensory issues, and he's sick. So
Okay. Evie says my daughter has so much issues with constipation. Miralax doesn't work for her. Prune juice does more for her. Is this common? It breaks my heart when she's trying to poop and can't.
yeah, we have that problem all the time.
Really?
Ralph's been on Miralax forever, and it quits working. I try to tell the doctor that, and they say just keep giving it to him, just keep doing it. But I did try a juice called Plum Smart, And
Okay.
I'm getting ready to try that again and see if that'll help him. But yeah, he's had those issues his whole life.
Okay.
So
Lori said try K-roll syrup. The dark.
yeah,
Does that work? Really?
some people say it does.
Wow. Okay. Let's see what we have here. Hey, Angela. And yes, how's that little one doing, Angela? Hope everything's going well. And yes,
Hi, Angela.
we look forward to your Focus Live whenever you can.
I'm just laughing at Ralph.
Hold on one second.
It's okay.
Sorry about that. My daughter just walked in the house.
Oh, that's okay.
Hmm.
So Gloria asked the hitting and biting. Whoever brought up the hitting and biting, do you remember how old their child was? I don't remember.
Was she 4? Was that Lori?
I think that
Yeah,
was, yeah.
I don't care, Jasmine. Let's see. I believe she's 4, right, Lori? Let me see. Yeah, she's 4.
Okay.
Hmm.
So Charles says, I had constipation issues when I was a boy. One pediatrician recommended enemas, another recommended milk of magnesia.
Oh wow, I remember that name. Okay.
Oh, I remember that name. Yucky. And someone else said something about it. I can't find it now, but something about that citrate stuff. And I gave that to Ralph once when he was very constipated, and I will never give that to him again.
What is it?
Oh, magnesium citrate. Dawn said we give aloe vera juice or castor oil, also magnesium citrate for constipation. I tried that magnesium citrate when Ralph was very constipated, and Lordy, I mean, that come out so fast he couldn't even control it coming out.
Wow.
So it works, but you better be ready for
Okay.
a flow of all kinds of stuff. Oh my gosh.
Good, huh?
I swore I'd never give it to him again because I just couldn't believe what it did to him. But
Oh, and Lori says she's in therapy and OP therapy, and she's nonverbal. Okay. Uh, Hi, Donna. Donna says our son was diagnosed at 3 with autism, ADHD, and anxiety. Hi, Kim. Kim says loves fast food, McDonald's, but many people say start the autism diet. No, no, we're not going to talk about if that's some alternative thing. We're not going to talk about those here. He started school at 3 and is talking a lot each day. That's beautiful if he's talking. Beautiful.
I still remember when Ralph said his first word. It's a huge thing. So,
Yeah, I remember DeAndre saying "Mama." That oh my God,
oh, yeah, it's the best feeling ever.
best feeling, best feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, organic. My daughter had, and Lori says, "Yeah, my daughter has bitten and hit so much in school, it's unreal. Should I take her out of school or keep her in there? Does the school? Um, she has a she's 4, so she's in an early learning program. And do they know about her behaviors? It's safe. I give it to my daughter once a week to help her because she's constipated. Okay. Debbie says a PEC schedule is good. Regular routine helps. Also, there are PECs to help identify feelings. Yes, yes. There
Yeah,
are.
I use those with Ralph still. If he starts having trouble, I put them in front of him and he knows what they mean.
Yeah, Cairo syrup is old school. I can remember that just from being in my grandma's house. So I can imagine they use that for all kind of home remedies. Um, and they still sell it in the grocery stores. It used to come. Well, I don't know how it comes now, but I remember it used to come in the bottles, the glass bottles, the Cairo syrup I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Oh,
My son had constant ear infections, and it's a lot of mental health issues on my son father's side. Okay. Um, our T says kids, adults with autism has superpowers. Luckily, I'm a teacher and had experience with kids with autism, and I have a great network that gave me the right connections and making sure my son gets all the therapy and help he can. I have an advocate for my son who is amazing and has made a difference for my son's education. Dr. Okay, God bless you all. Well, that's awesome. You have it's always good. I have a great support system myself, so I know how um good that is. Yeah,
yeah, you're blessed with that.
yeah, yeah, and I have to always say it too. I couldn't imagine, doing it alone, and I commend all of you who have to do it. All of you women, especially men too. Now, I'm not leaving you guys out. But when you have to do it alone, it's much harder, and I
Yeah,
truly understand that. But if you're blessed to have a great circle, embrace that. Um,
definitely.
yeah.
Yeah, my family doesn't participate much with Ralph, but now that we've gotten the respite, is what they call it, or the personal care assistant, Will, he's awesome with Ralph. So
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm very grateful for him.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I was gonna try to find those PEX cards that I have that kind of show, but like this is one that it just shows the toilet when they got to
Oh,
go. They can point to that, and I have lots of different things. I'll
okay.
get them
How
all
cool.
together, and yeah. But there's like happy faces and sad faces for nonverbal children that you can try to help them pick that stuff when they're not feeling good or feeling bad for that day. And for the hitting and biting. I mean, I even had the hitting and biting once.
Okay. Okay.
No hitting, no biting. They got a big red X on them. No
Oh,
doing
yeah.
that.
Now, Lori, that's a good idea to try the pecs with the no hitting and biting. And Kirsty says, my kid hits and bites when melting down too.
Yeah, here's
I
the
just
no
do my
hitting.
best to keep him in my house and myself safe. He's only 7 now, but it scares me for the future. Oh, you had the hitting and no biting.
Yeah, well, this one says no hitting. So
Okay.
whoops, I'm not very good at that. Yeah. But yeah,
Okay.
we used them a lot back in the day. I
Okay.
mean, even on my wall, we have turn taking for the TV because he used to not like to share the TV. It's daddy's
Wow.
turn to watch TV. Yeah. Now we all have our own TV, so we don't have to fight over the TV.
Right. Right.
But yeah, pecs are a great thing. I mean, they just, even when they're verbal, they work good. So,
Hmm. Dinah says, with my grandson's therapy, they say the hitting and biting on the behavior side of autism that can happen that can happen when they feel out of control and can't quite self-soothe, or so helping with calming techniques and coping skills other than hitting. It helps, but we can have accidents. Just less now. Still working on it. Okay.
yeah. I
Excuse
see
me. I
your
have,
granddaughter behind
yeah.
you.
Hold on one second, you guys.
Okay. Yeah, I'm surprised Ralph hasn't come out here yet.
Your daughter got
Yay!
student of the month. She had to show me.
Yay! Good job.
Good job. Yeah.
I love when they get excited about that stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Now
Okay.
she's going to want to talk about it.
Uh-huh.
I
Uh-huh.
said, now, yeah. Okay, good night, Leslie. She says she has to go. So,
Good night, Leslie. Angela says Riddick's doing better. Oh, that's good. After ICU, they took him off morphine and onto oxy. We noticed such changes. When that happened, fevers, heart rate 150, 60, oxygen was anywhere between 40 and 70. And it just made him sleep like knockout. We stressed for 3 days to switch him off the oxy and back on the morphine. Poor
oh,
baby kept suffering because felt they knew my child and his pain. Oh, poor baby, he's going through
poor.
it.
I
Um,
can't imagine that.
yeah. Well, we'll continue to pray for all of you, and especially little Reddick. Okay. Any suggestions on what to do for nonverbal children that start their monthly,
Uh,
especially if they are not potty trained? This has been scary for me to think about with my daughter. Oh, this would have been perfect
for Linda.
for
Yeah.
Linda. Yes,
Yeah.
she's not with us. She has a daughter. She always has some great suggestions for the minstrel. But maybe someone else can chime in. Anyone have daughters who are nonverbal and have started their menstrual cycles? Maybe you can help give a suggestion to Ashley. And if not Ashley, you can always contact Linda directly. She has a daughter, her daughter named Emily. She's 15, and she gave some great suggestions about the menstrual cycle when it came to her daughter. Oh, we miss you too, Angela, and we understand. Leslie says, I am getting checked to see if I am because of my learning disability, and I hate being around people for too long and have to stay on Rutten or it messes my whole day up and I will just cry, cry. Well, I hope you find the answers, Leslie. I hope you find some answers. Gloria says potty training questions. If they are under 5 or nonverbal, patience is key. Yes. Don't
Yeah.
rush through it. Yes, so true.
Okay, so Gloria also said for Lori, the hitting and biting Ross Greene's book, The Explosive Child, for a resource. Other than that, try to calmly and consistently take hold of his hands and put them down to his side while telling him no hitting, and possibly give him an outlet when he's angry, like a pillow that he's allowed to hit. I never thought of that. That's good.
One thing too with DeAndre, when he doesn't, he's not really aggressive, but he does have his frustrating moments. And the one thing that his dad did was buy him a boxing bag. So whenever he starts building up to, anything, just tell him, put your gloves on and go box it out. And he does.
Okay.
Really
Yeah,
good.
I haven't I seen his gloves. Yeah, that's a good idea. Wow.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
maybe,
know where I'd put that, but I have music everywhere, so I don't have no room for. But yeah, that's a good idea. I never thought about that for Ralph. I may have to try something like that.
how early can they diagnose with autism? Because son is going to get tested for it. He's only 16 months. I would say if it's obvious, the earlier, I think they can do it really early if they are showing obvious signs. I'm not sure about official diagnosis. I don't
Well,
know.
Ralph was what, 9 months when they first started the diagnosis, and then
Okay.
when she finally gave the diagnosis, he was 26 months. So it's a long
Okay.
process, I think.
Yeah.
And you want that to be because you want them to be sure.
Sure. Yeah, exactly. You want to be sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then I think it just depends. Because I've even heard that some parents have went it because they knew something was wrong with their child, went to go get diagnosed, and the doctor says wait it out for a little while longer.
Yeah.
It may take another year or two before they actually do it.
Right. Well, Dr. Kirshen, where we went, she got Ralph into therapies at Heart Spring. We did what is it, uh, PT, and we were in speech.
Okay.
And then she just kept, we would go in to see her like, well, I don't even remember how many times it was, but she would just watch him and view him, and she just wanted to make sure. But she did some kind of test that shows them. But she's a developmental pediatrician, so
Okay.
it seems like a lot of people are getting diagnosed at school now, and I'm not sure I would want my school
Right.
diagnosing my child. So,
They have their own criteria because I know my son had to get diagnosed by the school psychologist.
oh, really?
Yeah. So they were a little off. Well, not I'm not going to say off. Their diagnosis was a little different than the doctors. She still said autism, but it was just slightly reading, through it was a little different. So
Yeah.
I still would rather. I feel more comfortable doing it with you know, a bona fide
Yeah.
doctor, at in an office or somewhere.
Yeah, I don't think Kansas schools, I don't know of anybody that's ever been diagnosed at school here in Kansas, but I can't be absolutely for sure on that. But of course, my experience with the school system has not been good here. So
Yeah,
I don't think I'd want them diagnosing my kiddo. So,
yeah. Our school system has lots of flaws, but I know when he first went in, it was a requirement that he got an evaluation by the psychologist at the school. Even though I had paperwork from the doctor, they had to come in and do their thing too.
wow. Huh. Well, I think it just depends. Did he say no? His daddy's telling him he's got to come in and eat. And he says no. Yeah.
It's time to
He is
eat.
too busy playing. Yeah, I can't believe he hasn't come out here, honestly.
He's too busy.
He is busy. And he has his stereo up so loud, I don't even think he can hear me that well.
Ralph's cracking everybody up tonight. Okay, weighted blankets help your daughter. They hear certain dyes affect sleep. Okay, even colors like the walls. Oh wow. Okay, that's
Yeah,
interesting.
well, what is that? One of those, I can't think of his name now, but he's a medium, but he says the bed pushed against the wall, blue lights,
Really.
certain things that can help those kids sleep, you
Sleep.
know.
Mhm.
That didn't help Ralph, so. You know what? Ralph had never had sleeping problems when he was younger. I mean, never. He went to bed at 7 o'clock. Now, he was up at 4 o'clock every morning, but he never had sleeping issues until teenagers came. So,
Wow.
and like I said, I think he's going to sleep, but I think the little stinker has been waking up, at like 2 or 3 in the morning and then being up. So,
Yeah. DeAndre has always. I can't remember. I think the child stopped taking naps at 2.
um,
You know.
yeah, Ralph was 2.5. Can you tell everybody hi? Hi. Come on so
Hey,
they can see
Ralph.
you. Come down here. Yeah,
Hi.
he don't have his glasses on. He's hi. Tell everybody say hi. Hi.
Hi.
Okay, go eat your dinner, dude. Yeah. He's been really bad about not wearing his glasses. It's time for an eye exam, so I think his glasses need to be changed. So
Probably time for an adjustment.
yeah, he squints.
hmm Angelica says, "Thank you for answering my question. I am going for my dual degree in special education and behavioral and analysis. Hope to be a BCBA and get my teaching degree in special ed. I'm in school right now for psychology." Who's at the door? That's the back. That's the side door. Physiology and have a minor in autism spectrum disorders. Currently, I teach dance to a wonderful girl who has autism and anxiety, and it seemed to help her with motor skills and emotional therapy practices as well. Learn so much. All right. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, I'm always grateful when someone wants to, um, help other kids.
Yeah.
I just love it.
Does anyone else have food restrictions? Getting tired of butter chicken? Yeah. DeAndre used to be on that one thing before, but now he's gotten a lot better. He's starting to try new foods. But I used to have to keep a cabinet full of ravioli, and it had to be Chef Boyardee because he wouldn't touch any other type. And
Yeah,
if I didn't have ravioli, I was in trouble.
yeah. Ralph's was beefaroni. That was his favorite. And McDonald's is his favorite now, of course. But we do not want to eat that every night. So
Right.
okay, so Veronica came on, Monique came on. Hi, Monique.
Hey,
Monica.
hey, ladies. So it is 8, and you guys, I have to be up at like 3:45 in the morning. So I'm gonna calm it down now. If anyone wants to join us for these last 5 minutes, feel free. Oh, let me take this off. I'm gonna put the link in the chat again. So if you want to come on in and say hello, you're more than welcome. Just click on the link. There we go. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, Dinah. I think Ralph is already aging out of pediatric services. I mean, we can still go to a pediatrician until he's like 18, or I don't know, maybe it's 21. But I've already switched him to a regular doctor now. But as far as services go, the only thing we get is the personal care assistant, and that's Will, and that's it.
That's
They
it.
never call and check on us. School isn't helping doing anything with homeschool. They don't even, it's funny to me that they haven't even called and checked on me yet. So
Wow.
I I'm just going to do it without him. Our schools here are terrible. So,
See who we have here. Hey, Mr. Charles, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm
Good.
hi,
doing
Charles.
fine. Let me just get positions in
So, Victoria
my
says
face
her kiddos
here.
must like the creamy peanut butter and Nutella with white bread. Oh my God, that sounds good.
Okay. Now,
I'm
Uh,
excited.
DeAndre eats peanut butter, but he has to eat the swirl. I mean, he won't eat it by itself or with jelly. You can put it on and add jelly, he won't touch it. It has to be the swirl, the mix.
Yeah, Ralph won't eat peanut butter.
I have to tell you about my unique thing when I was a boy.
What's that,
My
Mr. Charles?
my mom used to listen to WQXR, world renowned classical music station in New York City,
Uh-huh.
and an ad they had on there said, "Tell your chef to put Golden's rich prepared mustard on your meat before cooking." And of course, they had in mind gourmet cuts of meat like filet mignon,
Uh,
but um, but I would insist that Mom put Golden's rich prepared mustard on my hot dogs before cooking.
Before cooking the hot dog.
Yeah, well, she
Okay,
had
well,
to put them in the under the broiler rather than
Okay.
boil them in order to do that. Yeah.
Okay.
hey, I will tell you that is true that it works because I use that on my smoked ribs and I make awesome ribs and yeah,
With the mustard. Okay.
yep, all over them. Yep.
That's interesting. I'm going to have to try one of those recipes.
I'll have to try it too. I would try it when we get into grilling season again here in Connecticut.
Oh, yeah. Grilling.
Okay, I'm ready for grilling season. I'm sick of the cold already, so.
So if anyone else wants to come on, we have room. This is the last few minutes because you guys, I have to sign off. I get up early, early, early. So if you want to come on and join us, just click on the link and come on and say hello or good night or good evening or whatever you want to say for the last couple of minutes. You are welcome.
Dinah? Victoria, how about you come on?
Victoria.
Yeah,
Hey, Erica and Charlisa and Lawan, thank you guys for joining us. And we do this every Sunday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And we're going to start doing it on Thursdays also, but we're going to be over on YouTube. So we'll announce that when we do it. And every now and then, Linda will come on and do a random. So you can look forward to her random Let's Talk Autism. But every Sunday for sure, right here.
right here. I'm glad we do this. I'm always grateful.
It's always
I
awesome.
always enjoy participating, even, just contributing a little bit, a little bit of my experiences that might be able to help somebody.
You are awesome, Mr. Charles. We are so
Yes,
lucky to
you
have
are, Charles.
you.
There's been many times things that you've said that I see in Ralph, so I'm always grateful.
And does he want to count by 76s to get to 76 to the ninth power?
The what?
Because that's what I tried to do. I filled up reams of paper over 3.5 years, counting by 76s. I was trying to reach 76 to the ninth power.
Oh, with his math. Charles and that math.
Finally, I think I got to 3,363,000 before I got bored and quit.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That is a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, Dinah said she doesn't see the link, so I don't know.
Dinah, I just replied to your comment with the link. Can you see it now? You're welcome, Tawanda. Make sure you join us next week, or make sure you guys join us on our YouTube. We'll be doing it over on YouTube this week.
I've never done it on YouTube, but today when I got on, it went to YouTube.
Yeah, I have it.
Ralph
I
watches your
have it.
videos all the time, just so
Does
you
he?
know. Oh yeah, yeah,
Well, that's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Well, we have StreamYard here, so I can play it. And well, I actually have it played on Twitter, YouTube,
Oh,
and Facebook.
oh, okay.
So next week, what we're going to start doing is just dedicating it to YouTube 1 week or 1 day, and then dedicating it the other day to Facebook. On Sundays, it'll remain on Facebook.
Yeah, that's good.
So, Dinah, did you see the link?
Yeah, Dinah, it's in the reply. Click reply, and it's right there under the autism and us.
I had to pull it down from the top of my phone, but I got it.
Oh, you found it. Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. And anyone else, you're more than happy to join us on live. Just click on the link and it'll bring you right here. And you can say hello. How are you? Good night. Whatever you want. Well, not whatever you want now. Let's not. But this is, we do the last 5 minutes to try to bring some of you on just to say hello. Uh, and I'm glad you guys could join us.
no, I don't see her yet.
Now, did she find it? Did she say she found it?
I don't know. I don't see anything that she wrote, but when you click on that link, then you got to go over there and answer those questions and either do a Chrome. So it takes a few minutes to.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, you got to just do a couple things with Chrome, and then you're in. I mean, I think the first time it's more because like I had to install, or I think I had Chrome, but it had to do something more with it first time. But then
Yeah.
after that, it's
Oh,
simple.
okay. You have some extra stuff to do. Okay.
Yeah, the first time it asks you, you have to give them permissions, and if you don't have Chrome downloaded, then you got to go a different route. So it is a little bit
Oh,
harder, but I have Chrome on my phone, so this time it was really easy for me to click on. So, and if I remember, Dinah has the laptop. I think I can't remember.
okay. So while we're waiting, just want to remind everybody I have extended the donation giveaway for another week because we didn't reach our goal. I've even included $50 in the pot, so I can't be included in the giveaway. But we want to give away those earrings. So what I'm gonna do is, anyone who donates, we're just gonna split what I put in the pot amongst those for extra entries.
Oh,
So $5 will get you 5 entries, $10 will get you 10 entries, and so on and so forth. And if
so it's $1 an entry then?
yeah,
Okay,
dollar an entry.
and there's a
And if
$5 limit,
yeah,
right?
minimum,
Okay,
minimum.
okay, minimum.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Facebook, you can't go. I don't believe you. I don't think you can go any lower. But if you can, that's absolutely fine. But I want to show everybody these beautiful earrings donated by Veronica again. Aren't they beautiful?
Oh,
Beautiful.
those are nice.
Those are
Yeah.
pretty. So we're gonna hold on to the drawing till next week. And if we make our $300 minimum, then we will draw a lucky winner as a thank you.
Veronica's so sweet.
Isn't she? Isn't
I
she?
love her. I hope I get to meet
Oh
her
yeah.
one of these days because I just love seeing her kids' pics. And
Yes. Oh, she's an awesome mom.
yes, she
Awesome.
is.
Mhm.
Yes, she is.
And if you
Okay,
want
well,
to
I
know
don't
how to
see
donate,
her.
it's pinned at the top of the group. You just go into the group, and it's that information for those of you who are interested in supporting and donating. The post for that is pinned at the top of the group.
Did she get?
I don't see
Do
Dinah.
you see her yet?
Uh, Dinah, are you there? Do you see the link? If you don't see it, I can inbox you, Dinah. Let me see if I can inbox you. Uh, let's see.
Yeah, and Victoria's kiddos too. I just like seeing the little kiddos.
Oh
I
yeah.
miss Ralph being little so much. I love him as a teenager too, but he was so cute when he was little.
Okay, I just inboxed her the link.
Hopefully she'll get through.
Yeah, hopefully. Let's see. We'll give her a minute.
So how's the weather in Kansas these days, by the way?
Very windy today. We had blue skies, which was good for Ralph, but windy and very cold tonight. So I don't know. I think we have some chances of some snow, but we've had chances for a couple weeks and we haven't gotten any. So I'm very,
Right. It's
Yeah.
snowing like crazy here now. Oh my God. I'm gonna
yeah, I seen Michelle
have to
posted that.
drive.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
I,
love snow, but
Do
I
you?
like it in April when it
Oh, okay.
snows, and then by the afternoon it's sunny and 40 degrees and it starts
Melt.
going away. So,
All
well,
every
Michigan,
time.
I don't even have to ask about Michigan because I've experienced Michigan's winters when I was at Michigan State.
Yuck. That's what I
yeah,
always say about the snow. Yuck.
yeah, yeah. I don't think I could live in Michigan. I don't think I could. I have some friends in Montana, and they get snow all the time. I could never live there for sure.
Okay.
I just don't like the cold. Like I said, I love the snow, but I like for it to be, you know. Yeah,
Mhm.
Victoria said it's been raining here, supposed to snow on Wednesday. So Victoria lives in Kansas too. So
Okay.
Okay.
Wet and rainy.
yeah, we haven't gotten any rain yet, but I'm sure it's coming.
Yeah. Especially when your linemen have to work out in that weather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My nephew is a Yeah, my nephew Bryce, he's a lineman, so he always has to work when the weather's bad. He just got his certificate or whatever just recently, but he's been doing it for quite some time. So
He's the Wichita lineman.
yeah, I guess he is now. Kansas
Yeah.
City and Wichita lineman. Yeah, his dad owns an electrical service, so he's been doing it for a while. So yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be a lineman. I don't know how they do it. No way. Yeah,
Yeah. I
Victoria
just think
said
of the
she's
song.
uh
I just think of the song.
yeah, well, I love that song by the way, the Wichita Lineman. I'm a huge Glenn Campbell fan, so I've known about that song for a while. So
Yeah. Yeah. I think it was popular back when I was in college. That's how old
yeah,
it is.
yeah, it was popular. My mom was a country music listener, so we had no choice but to listen to it. We were not allowed to change her station off of KFDI, so
Don't you touch that radio.
On college, the main radio station in Lansing was just a kind of a general purpose pop music station. So they played some country music, some soul, some just classic rock, I guess it would be called now. Just kind of general purpose pop music station. So that song was on it, and so were the Motown hits and kind of a little bit of everything.
Well, I like all music, but I like country. I sing country, but I also love all kinds of jazz. I like all kinds of music. I'm pretty flexible with that. I'm even a Michael Jackson fan. I exercise to Michael Jackson and that, so I like it all.
Yeah, I like a variety of different music too.
Yeah, I remember going to the Motown Review in 1965 in Detroit.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Awesome.
wow.
Yeah, that's right.
Awesome. Okay. Well, okay. I guess we're not going to see Dinah tonight. And I need to go have my bath and get to bed so I
Yeah,
can.
because you got work tomorrow. Okay, well, thank you
Okay.
very much for having me tonight. I really appreciate
Oh,
it.
no, thank you for being here. Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all
And
have
thank you, Mr. Charles.
And Mr.
y'all have a
Charles.
good night.
You have a good night too. And good night, everybody. And don't forget, same time, same place next week. See you
Okay,
guys.
thank you.
Thank you.